Hey friends, it's me, Becky Betts. I'm going to do a quick root tap with the HydraGloss 6GC. So usually when I'm applying on platinum hair color or any hair color, I only like to deposit 3 colors without a filler. But I'm using HydraGloss, the demi-permanent hair color with level 6, and it's gold copper, so I thought that I'll be fine. So I'm just going to go in here and take vertical sections. The thing about the HydraGloss is that it's a gel-like consistency, so a little goes a long way. You can see that I hardly have any on my brush. I am going in on both sides when I part just to make sure I have that full saturation, because it is not an oxidized hair color. It is demi-permanent, deposit only, ammonia free, so you want to make sure that you're fully saturating and taking thinner sections. So the rule book, like I learned way back in the day in beauty school, is make sure you can see through your sections, right? So I'm just doing that. I'm also taking vertical sections because I like the dimension. So think of it when you're like cutting hair and you're over directing, same with the color. So this is the fun part. We're gonna mix up our own little formula, and this is just a little sneak peek of how to make a pastel pink and a pastel coral using clear, HydraGloss clear, and HydraGloss 3R. I know, that's crazy, right? A level 3 red. Boom, boom. 2 to 3 drops, mostly clear. HydraGloss is mixed 1 part HydraGloss into 1 part color, so equal parts, kind of easy to remember. And then the second formula is going to be all clear, 100% clear with 7C, so a 7 copper, and that's going to give us a coral color, pastel coral color, just like that. Boom, boom. Just a couple drops goes a long way. When you're using those levels in with clear, it's just going to give you a tint of color. So it's trending right now if you've been following. Guava pink, and you know, just having the blondes and then having a tint of blonde or a tint of color is just it's where it's at. So anyways, you can see that I'm bringing the color down with my comb. I'm very clean when I'm coloring hair, and this is a way that I do it, is I'll take my comb, bring down some of the root base just to give that kind of dimension, and then I'll bring the color up to the line of demarcation, and sometimes I'll bring the color down from the line of demarcation to stretch that root a little bit further and give me some dimension. So on this as well, I'm taking 1/8 inch sections vertically. Just, yeah, think about that. Like, you over direct when you're giving layers and haircuts, so over directing with color will also help you get that beautiful blend naturally. You know, you can get it by doing baby lights and stretching the root down horizontally. You can do it. There's 100 ways to grandma's house, right? Like in every class I always teach, I'm just like, listen, there's 100 ways to grandma's house. This is the way that I'm teaching it today. So it just kind of makes sense. So on this, you can see that I am melting down the root a little bit into my pastel color and making sure that line of demarcation is blended, because you don't want to be scared of the line of demarcation. You want to make sure that your color that's on the mids and ends blends perfectly with your root base, so you don't have any splotchy colors. That's another reason why you want to take finer sections, like 1/8 inch sections, is so your color is all the way saturated down the hair strand. Another little pro tip sorry another pro tip that I like to give is I roll the hair back and forth. You see how I do that? I just don't take the color and just put it on and just go down the hair strand. I make sure that I roll the hair back and forth just to make sure that I have 100% saturation. Right here, I'm bringing the color up to the line of demarcation, and you can see that I don't really want to blend it too much, but at the end I'll go in and I'll tap it a little and definitely make sure that I have that blend so it's not splotchy. yeah, I just kind of continue up the head doing what I do. HydraGloss is mixed 1 part HydraGloss to 1 part Zero Lift Developer. Might have said that already, but I like to say things a couple times just so I remember. or that I didn't remember, right? So, yep, just rolling that hair back and forth. And I'm kind of mixing it up, right? So I didn't take and make big chunks. I made fine sections of each of those colors. But look at it wet. Like, you can see the pink pop, you can see the coral pop, you can see the dimension in the root. And that's when you are directing it backwards and vertically. When you bring it horizontally, it lays different, right? So I wanted to kind of show my blow dry process. So I always make sure that I get as much water off the hair as I can with the towel before I go in and blow dry. It cuts the blow dry time, right? And we're here to make money. So another good thing about HydraGloss is it is a 20-minute deposit, so it is a great refresh appointment. It's a good toner appointment. Those are appointments that you can get the client in and out in an hour on a lunch time, you know, refresh. I'm just kind of going in. You can see how I've been doing my partings, right? I don't use a lot of clips. I kind of just part the hair where I need it to be parted with the color. So I'll part with the color. I'll go in and do from the crown of the head down to the ear and part that with color. And then I do that as well with my blow dries. Just kind of takes time off of everything. But there it is. There's the final product. And it's just so beautiful. It's just like a very beautiful pastel pink and coral. This will last probably 20 washes. I did it to my hair and it lasted quite a while with it being a demi-permanent.